Hello, my name is Mark. Welcome to Mark Thought About It. Thank you for joining me. For today, I'd like to talk about Tyler Perry. A lot of us know the name Tyler Perry, the writer, director, producer, executive producer, actor, and billionaire. For those who don't know, Tyler Perry is a billionaire. And Tyler Perry is listed as the world's richest male actor. I think that may come as a shock to a lot of people. I know when I read that information, had a few names up there, but when I think about it, it's not that big of a question now. And not so bad for Tyler Perry. When he tells his story, he speaks about the time period when he was homeless. So, to start off chasing your dream homeless and end up grabbing your dream, being a billionaire, I say that's a great story. But what I'm going to speak about is Tyler Perry has basically a love hate relationship with the black community, especially when it comes to black females. So I want to speak about it in the term of Tyler Perry's movies. Most of Tyler Perry's movies are based upon his plays, which he got started from. I'm not going to go into any depth about Tyler Perry TV shows, the BET shows and streaming and such. Me, personally, I am not a fan of Tyler Perry's TV shows. If you ask me why, I can tell you when it comes to Tyler Perry comedies, they push the laugh track button way too much for me. Even for the non funny scene, just to push, push, somebody sneeze. I'm not into being told when to laugh, so I'm not a laugh track person. And when it does come to his dramas, I find them a little skanky, ghettoish. That's just easy as I can explain it. I guess this is his version of soap operas or whatever it is. When I watch my dramas, I like myself involving in some action or something, and I feel like it's just not for me now. I will say I am a fan of Tyler Perry movies, and not just Medea. I like Medea movies, but some of his movies, but a lot of his other movies, even non Medea, I think the man is pretty good at what he does. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list and I'm going to list the complaints that I read about Tyler Perry when he makes his movies and such. And I'm going to myself create some positives that come along with Tyler Perry that some may speak of and some things that I thought of. I'm not going to label and explanation everything that I read. I'm just going to read through the list first, and I'm going to come through with some type of scenario explaining a few of the things that we spoke of. All right, so I'll go ahead and begin the list with complaints. Number one, the one thing that I hear of complaints is the fact that, and this is coming from most of the black people readings that I read from, they say that Tyler Perry makes the dark skinned people the villains in his movies. Okay? Number two, they also say that Tyler Perry makes men evil in his movies. Number three, they talk about Tyler Perry and his use of wigs. As a lot of people out there know exactly what I'm talking about. And when I say wigs, I'm not just talking about wigs for women, it's also wigs for men as well. Number four, they say he needs writers. He needs to quit trying to write everything himself. He won't accept any help. He wants to do it all. Number five, they say all of his movies, and also they speak about his dramas and stuff as well. They say that his work is cookie cutter, meaning that if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Same plots, same uh, endings, basically. So those are the most complaints that I saw. And before I go into any depth about that, I'm going to go ahead and give you some positives that I know of Tyler Perry. One, he keeps black actors working. Two, it's about how much money Tyler Perry has made in his career. Three, no matter how many complaints he may get, he has fans that love his formula, his plots, his endings, and so on. Four, Tyler Perry has a complete movie studio. I feel like John Amos in the Eddie Murphy movie Coming to America when he says, when I say the boy has his own money, the boy has his own money. Well, that's how I feel about this. When I say he got his own studio, I mean he's got his own Tyler Perry Studios. Five, he gives legendary actors and actresses work. I know I stated earlier about black actors in work. To me, there's a difference in the legendary actors and actresses working as well. And six, in all honesty, if you talk to Tyler Perry, he doesn't give a damn about your complaints. He'll tell you himself. So these are the things that I'm going to speak upon right quick. I'm just going to wrap it up real quick for you. When they say that Tyler Perry writes and he makes the dark skinned people his villains, you can point to a movie like where Blair Underwood was in the movie Medea's Family Reunion. He was a terrible, terrible man in the movie. You can point to Steve Harris in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. He was wretched, evil. So those are examples of that. But he has other movies where you have Brian White and I Can Do Bad All By Myself with Taraji. In the character of it, he was trying to rape a teenage girl. So he was the bad guy, but he's not dark skinned. Then when you do say he made men evil, you have to think about the women characters that he wrote that were evil. You have to look at the movie Medea Goes to Jail, where the light skinned woman, I don't know her name, and I'm sorry about that. She played a type of prosecutor. Come to find out, she was sending all these women to prison out just to increase her resume and make herself look good. So that's evil. Then you look at someone like Lynn Whitfield, a great actress who I do not deem to be dark skinned. Probably one of his worst characters he ever wrote, where she basically tricked her own daughter out just to have money and gadgets, basically. So for every complaint I've seen like that, there is a counterpoint to it. So I just think that some people are reaching when they say those things. I'm reading them out to you, but I think Tyler Perry himself would probably say what I just said. when they speak about the wigs, I can't save you, Tyler Perry. They'll tell you about Boris Kojo and his wig when he was the bus driver in the movie. So, that's a man with a terrible wig and a few more of them. Now, as I stated before, I don't want to get in too much depth about his plots and movies and endings because I don't want to be the spoiler of the spoiler alert. So, I'll just say one more because you'll say you just name one. Just remember how terrible of a person Sanaa Lathan's character was in the movie The Family That Prays. She was despicable. When they say he needs writers, I agree. I see Tyler Perry doing like the plays were successful. It made him rich. And when he made his movies from a play, if you follow Tyler Perry, the movies do not follow the play. You might even have a situation where a movie comes out, some of the play is involved in it by that title, but something else from another title is also intertwined in it. Or he might change characters from the play to the movie. So that's what he does. And the cookie part of it, I do see it. A lot of them do have a lot of retread on them. Tyler Perry, when I speak about these positives, when I say that he keeps black actors working, I do recognize, even though I don't follow his TV series and dramas, that he'll tend to hire the same people. He'll take them from his movie and put them in his comedy. He'll take them from his movie, put them in his drama. He'll take them from his drama and put them into his movies and vice versa. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but basically those same actors probably would not be getting movies if it was not for Tyler Perry. When I say that he gives the legendary actors and actresses parts like that, we're talking about 70 and 80-year-old actors that Hollywood is not calling for. I can recall very clearly what he did for Cicely Tyson. Well deserved. And I love me some Cicely Tyson. I even seen what he did for Phylicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable. Even though I didn't like the character she played, at least she got to get in the movie. And when I say that the man has his own movie studio, he's in Atlanta and he has many different lots. And it's so big that sections of it are named after those legendary actors. He'll have a Cicely Tyson lot. He might have a Lou Gossett lot, for all I know. But I do know also, besides filming on his lot, he also has tours that pay to go across his lot and make it a tourist attraction. So he's getting paid in that way as well. And when I say that the fans love his formula, the proof is in what they call the pudding. Because for the people that's doing all the complaining, either you're complaining and watching it, or you're not watching it and a lot of other people are watching it. He might get a terrible Rotten Tomato score, but he'll reap his money off of what he does. I did watch one of the movies that I end up not liking, and I love me some Kelly Rowland. I watched it because of Kelly Rowland, and I watched it for the actor that was the star of it, Trevante Rhodes. I think both. I think Trevante Rhodes is an actor of the future that we're going to be seeing. But plot wise, it was ridiculous. And like I say, I'm not going down and crush the man over it. To me, he made a bad movie. Okay. And when I say that Tyler Perry doesn't give a damn about your complaints, I saw him in interviews say as much. And I guess if I were a billionaire, and if I put something out there with my formula and the formula works, why should I try to change it for someone else that I don't know? when I probably will end up losing the audience that I have by changing it. I don't know if or when Tyler Perry will do another Medea, but I do hope that he continues to do movies. I know he has some type of exclusive deals, not only with BET for the TV shows, but I do believe he has an exclusive deal with Netflix to continue movies as well. So I wanted to shout that out there because in reality I made it because I don't know how many people out there knows that Tyler Perry is a billionaire. And it wasn't money that was just given to him. He earned that. So with that being said, I'm going to close out on this. I gave my information. Tell me what you think. My first question is, did you know Tyler Perry was a billionaire? Did you even know he had his own movie studio? And about that part about the movie studios, I don't know too many people personally that owns a major movie studio. Movie studio has lots in California and such like that. 20th Century Fox, maybe Lionsgate, maybe Warner Brothers or whatever. But I don't think that those are owned by a person. I think that's a conglomerate group of people. So if he is the only person that individually owns a movie studio and pushes movies out like that, more props to you. That's not a bad deal whatsoever. So, Tyler Perry, keep doing what you're doing. For those that don't like it, he didn't make you watch it. So I'm going to close that out right now. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you looking at this here, and I hope you continue to follow me. I hope you give me likes, make comments, and subscribe to me if you will. So, have a wonderful day and take care. Bye bye.